Right, 3 years in a row, essentially. But so Matthew Tkachuk will play in every best-on-best tournament, and the Florida Panthers look like they're going nowhere. And so, this guy, of course, the injury this year took him out for a while, but there's no end in sight to him playing. What do they play in the playoffs? 4 times 6, around 24, 23 games, plus 84 now is 7 or whatever, and then add the 2 weeks of best on best, 115 games or something like that every single year. Obviously, he won't go to the final necessarily every year, but that's at some point that's got to take a huge toll on body if it isn't already.
Don't you think load management is coming then? Like I would think that they're like, you start to look at players and go, if a guy's a little nicked up, it's like now. Always before it was like you can battle through something, you can play through something. Nowadays it'd be like, this guy's nicked up, he's going to shut him down for a week because you got to.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be like addressed in the CBA. Probably not. I know it's a problem in the NBA which they're trying to address. But I think it will. What will be is, it will be what you say, Noodles. Is it won't be obvious load management, but the little pulls or something, the lower body injury where the guy's out 2 weeks where he doesn't really have too much, is probably going to happen more and more often.
Yeah, and again, we're still waiting on all the details, and Pierre LeBrun will join us later this afternoon, and he'll have more. But it sounds like they're going to go to an 84-game regular season, shorter terms on contracts. Right, it will drop by a year. So, 1 year, yeah. Yeah, so if you have the player now, you could offer 7, and if he's a free agent, you can get 6. Right now, it's 8 and 7. They're maybe attacking the long-term IR in the playoffs, which I do think that has been somewhat overshadowed by the state tax stuff, where it's state tax this, state tax that. Florida and Tampa and Vegas, they had a lot of money buried that allowed them to go out and acquire pieces at the trade deadline, and then the players miraculously returned in Game 1 of the playoffs.
I don't know. I'll be interested to see if they address that, how that is fixed, because that is a difficult one to fix. And as much as I know we think they manipulated it to an extent, I don't think any of these injuries were fake, right? Matthew Tkachuk had a hernia and a adductor, and Mark Stone was legit hurt, and was it Kucherov for Tampa? I can't remember now.
Kucherov,
they both to 1.
Yep.
But that'll be a really interesting one, because that's a difficult one to address unless they just say that you can't get relief on those, right?
Right. Well, that would be it. I mean, ultimately, or you carry the cap into the playoffs.
Right.
And in other words, it's like, well, this is what you have. So if you added a player, then that guy can't play. Or 2 other guys have to go and can't play. Right. That's
although if you take a step back, you're trying to have the best players playing in the playoffs, the product for the fans, and you wouldn't want a situation where you have to sit some $6 million guy and
it's complicated. It is.
But maybe that's the more fair way to do it.
Maybe there's a buffer, like you can go 10% over the cap or something. It can't be, because Florida, I believe, by the Cup final,
$20 million.
It was like they had like $93 million worth of players or something. The cap was like 82. They were way over the cap. So I could see that being addressed. And anyway, we'll see. What are you thinking for Tuesday? We're kind of split.
Well,
are we expecting
I was saying to the boys this morning that it's a polar opposite show to Trade Center, where Trade Center, first of all, it starts very slow for the first 4 hours and kind of builds toward the deadline, whereas Free Agent Frenzy is the opposite. Even though there's all these supposed rules about teams not talking, we know that they do, and the insiders are usually breaking who's going where before we even get on the air at 11 a.m. Eastern. So when we come on at 11, even though the signing period is until 12, we'll probably have a ton of news right from 11 to 1:30 or 2. It'll be just jammed with stuff happening. And then sometimes it lulls down in the afternoon because most guys aren't, deciding to sign at 3 o'clock.
Why don't we just stop the show at 2 and say thanks for tuning in?
Are you going to get up and walk out?
Dude, you have no idea my exit strategy. Like, as soon as it starts getting into crappy trades, I'm out. Like I'm just. I'll. This time's for real. I'll shake your hand, and my ass is walking out of
No,
that
you
building.
have to stay, and there's a reason you have to stay that I can't say on air right now.
Yeah, I know what
And,
it is too.
and you know what it is, and we're sworn to secrecy right now, but. And then I'm not trying to give people a lame tease where we're going to do some skit at 5 o'clock, but everyone who's watched TSN for a long time needs to watch our show just before 5 o'clock on Canada Day is all I'm going to say right now. And,
Okay.
and I mean that sincerely.
Yeah.
No goofy song and dance routines with the boys.
All right. I love it. Well, watch between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. We're all going to be there. We're all
Exactly.
excited.
Watch the whole show. but Stay with us
Yelling
till
and
the end.
screaming.
But if need be, come right before 5 o'clock. Absolutely. All right, JD, bring your A game tomorrow.
Oh,
buddy.
get healthy. Like I said, I know that our relationship is severed now, if not broken, and it probably will carry forward onto the golf course tomorrow.
Is it a
But,
9-hole
as
match?
a competitor,
9-hole.
I wish you the best. I want you healthy out there. I want I don't want anything tarnished by, going down after 3 holes. I know that, Leaf Nation is going to be cheering for you and Kadri. They all love O. They all love Kadri. Brendan Gallagher is the enemy from Montreal. I'm the enemy within. So we're underdogs, but we like that, and I want you healthy because I want it to be legit.
All right. Well put. I like that. Sounded very sincere, too. I hope you reciprocate.
The Navigator
end
Cup,
of the day-
second most prestigious trophy in sport.
Yes.
At the end of the day, me with a quarter of a back, and I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, is better than Duthie.
This is actually true. It's
All right.
actually true.
Well, in that case, we'll see what comes of it tomorrow. We'll see you then.
I
Thank you,
wish I
James.
could have a comeback, but he's not wrong.
See you, JD.
See you, boys.
James Duthie. I believe Bobby Weeks will be playing the role of Jimmy
Really?
Nance. And
Analyst? Wow.
I'm going Johnny Miller, man. I'm going to be very honest, at
very
times harsh,
Yeah.
but also at times very complimentary. So I'm looking forward to it greatly tomorrow. We're going to be out there at Covetown Woods. We look forward to that.
Are you allowed to make a noise? Like, not a noise, but like if somebody duffs one, do you go, ooh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
Into that,
intend on apps, all the bells and whistles.
You go right to town if you see somebody like skank one or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fully intend on that. So that'll be the plan for tomorrow. Chris Pronger coming up. Overdrive continues. TSN 1050 and on the TSN app.